Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Allen, along with the insane Daryl Wayne. Join us at latenighthealth.com, latenighthealth.com, where, believe it or not, we're going to have a picture of and information about our next guest, as we usually do. Dr. Jeff Leighton, he's the chief scientist for SFH, and you can find out more about him and his products, sfh.com. He is the founder and chief scientific officer of Stronger, Faster, Healthier, which is why I introduced this earlier as saying you could become the $6 million man. You're stronger, you're faster, you're healthier. Is that a good analogy to what you do, Jeff, at SFH?
Yes, absolutely. That's the goal of the company. We realize that, that if we can design products that actually do those three things, make one stronger, faster, healthier, and I would add with more energy, then we will have accomplished our mission and made for a healthier group of people, and hopefully people that can live a longer life.
And just before we start and get into all this other stuff, is it true that you're the only chief scientist of a sports nutrition company that can do a mean tango and foxtrot?
That may be true. I know I am a scientist at a sports nutrition company that can do that. I definitely enjoy dancing and have I would call that one of my pastimes. Dancing, soccer, and running were my sort of pastimes in sports and fun.
I have to say that it's a little buried in Jeff's bio, but he was a dancer with the New York Ballet. I find that absolutely fabulous. I think that's terrific. And then he went into the Air Force and all kinds of stuff. He is a professional a pharmacologist. Right now, there's big pharma, and then there are nutritional products, okay? In just the next couple of weeks, there's a program, a convention in Las Vegas, Supply Side West. I don't know if you're going to be there, Jeff, or not, but it's a huge undertaking for raw materials and things like that. And they have all kinds of panels and discussions on the latest in nutrition. And are GMOs good? Are they bad? Things like that. Where do you stand?
Well, Supply Side West and conventions like that we regularly attend because they do give you sort of a latest concept from the industry about what is available. Certainly the trends out there, you can divide people in this world into those who look for clean food, clean eating, clean supplements, and that's generally the largest segment of the public. One can argue that the professional athlete and the bodybuilder is largely interested in products that work, clean or not clean. Okay,
right.
So,
which is why people like Lyle Alzado, didn't live cleanly, and he died. I mean, he was taking steroids.
Yeah. Well, certainly the things that you want to avoid are steroids, for sure. But there are a lot of other products that seem so innocuous but aren't. For example, in the early days of the dietary supplement business, and I mean less than 10 years ago, in that sort of early but also late, most dietary supplements that were protein-based, and protein supplements were like the king of the pile. That's what everyone took. Were all laced with high glycemic sugars and carbohydrates. So what does that mean? That means they tasted great. They tasted like cookies and cream and wonderful chocolate puddings and things like that. Well, what did they do? They liberated so much sugar into your body that your pancreas liberated far too much insulin. And insulin overshoot is one of the major causes of not only chronic disease, but generally poor health. So this is the entry point to pre-diabetic states, diabetes, heart failure, and almost all chronic diseases.
But
so
even going back
now.
Even going back 10 years, with the protein drinks, protein supplements of one kind or another, my biggest problem was the taste. I eat for taste. I think most people do. I mean, I couldn't eat beef liver maybe if you paid me a lot of money, I could get it down. But the taste is so bad to a lot of nutritional supplements. Why is that?
Well, you're absolutely right there. And so what the nutritional supplement industry did in order to overcome that, they added all these sugars and carbohydrates so that the taste went from terrible to really oversweet but generally acceptable, okay? And so those were generally bad for you, bad medicine, bad products, bad for your health. So what has happened in recent years is good companies like SFH have found a way to make things taste good but have very low sugar content, largely by using products such as stevia. Stevia is a sweetener derived from a plant, stevicide, and it's 150 times sweeter than sugar, but has 0 calories and has much less impact on insulin release. So today's products can be made better if, the company's interested in doing that. So that was one of when we started the company in 2010, our big challenge was we have to make it taste good so people will buy our products, but we have to make it good for them as well. And so that was our biggest challenge, and we did overcome it, but it took some years to do it.
And the next thing, our whey is whey, okay? Whey is a milk byproduct, dairy byproduct. Are there protein products with whey that everybody can eat that may have lacto intolerance?
Well, yes. So first of all, whey is derived from milk. The good news about whey is it's probably the most complete protein that any human can ingest. It has all the quality amino acids in there. It's rich in what's called branch chain amino acids. These are very important. If it's, quote, non-denatured, that means left in its natural state. It's high in immunoglobulins that help control gut health, and it also has natural fats and micronutrients. So those are all the good things about it. If you make the product correctly, or purchase the raw material correctly, it has a very low lactose content. That said, if you're really lactose intolerant, unfortunately, whey dairy products don't work for you. So the next thing, and for someone in that category, is a plant-derived protein products. And those are certainly becoming popular, and we at SFH have actually designed a product like that we're going to bring to the market at the end of this year. And there's really the challenge, because plant protein products do not taste good. And if you go to the store and you buy one, you're not going to like it. So we spent almost 6 months trying to come to a product category and class so that it actually tastes decent and gives an alternative for vegetarians and those people who are lactose intolerant.
One of the things that I think is I've tried at a couple of fast food places are the new vegetable burgers, the Impossible Burger, for example. There have been some controversy about some of the ingredients. While natural, they may have adverse effects on a human body.
Well, it's the data's still out on those things. Right now, there's a huge enthusiasm for Beyond Meat products, Impossible Burgers, and things of that nature because they taste like a hamburger. So if they taste like a hamburger, they'll probably get eaten. Whether they are actually as beneficial as true animal-derived protein product, it remains to be seen. And there are other ingredients in there that need to be clarified more clearly. So
the stuff that makes it look like a burger,
but we don't know for sure.
Right? Have you tried them?
I've tried an Impossible Burger, and I didn't think it was so bad actually. So I'm not negative about it, especially if for ethical reasons one is opposed to eating a meat product, it may be a good alternative. Although, I think what I would do, if I were looking for a protein product with high protein content, then I'd probably go with a plant-derived protein that tasted good.
And
that would work better for you.
I think that would be, well, maybe that's on the drawing board at SFH. That's hard to say for me. I don't know why. SFH, maybe.
SFH. Stronger, faster, healthier.
Stronger, faster, healthier. You too can become the $6 million man or woman with SFH products. Jeff, one of the things that you just said, you used the word, we need more data. And your products are backed by science, which is not always true. Somebody says, I'm going to make the Mark and Daryl and Jeff vitamin C. Maybe we just use what's on the internet as our basis to sell vitamin C.
Yeah, one of the complicating issues for the consumer out there is that it's hard for the average consumer to really know the difference between marketing hype and marketing of a quality product. And in fact, I think about 70% of respondents to questions like that say they can't tell the difference. So, this is really a huge issue for a company like ours as an example, because our products, we design them at, quote, pharmacologic strength, okay? Most of the dietary supplement products out there are oversubstantiated from the market point of view and under strength in terms of what they deliver. We would call them homeopathic products. They may have all the right words on the label, but the strength means when you take the product, you take the recommended serving, do you get enough of the individual ingredients to make a difference?
You mean if it's bioavailable?
Well, bioavailable is one thing, but if you had something that's 100% bioavailable, but at the same point has too low a strength, it's still useless.
We have to talk about that, because my understanding and talking with many people in the industry, if it says 100 milligrams of vitamin C, it has to have 100 milligrams in that capsule, and it should be tested several times. We'll talk about that when we come back. Our guest is Jeff Leighton. He is the dancer in charge of SFH products such as Revive and some energy products. We'll try to get into that too as Late Night Health continues. Join us at latenighthealth.com. There'll be a link there to Jeff's website as well, and maybe a few dance steps coming up as well. Don't go away as Late Night Health moves forward.
You're listening to Late Night Health with Mark Allen. The show continues in a moment.
The latest from the greatest, the best in new music by classic rockers, with your host, the insane Daryl Wayne.
This is Alice Cooper, and if Daryl Wayne is insane, what does that make me? Criminally insane. Stick around to find out.
Many of the artist interviews for the latest from the greatest have been captured on audiobook. There is a Volume 1 and Volume 2. Great information and conversations with people in the industry and people surrounded by the industry, and of course the rock stars themselves.
I'm the Reverend Al Green, and you're listening to the insane Daryl Wayne. And I said Wayne Insane.
You can find it on Amazon or Blackstone Audio. Search for the latest from the greatest from Daryl Wayne, Darrell Wayne.
Hello, this is Weird Al Yankovic, and you're listening to the insane Daryl Wayne, aren't you?
There's a lot of talk all over the internet about the remarkable benefits of Carbon-60, and baby boomers are especially excited about it. Greska's Carbon-60 is the premium Carbon-60, developed by an aerospace and NASA scientist. 95% of Greska's customers report positive results from this Nobel Prize-winning technology in just 4 days. Imagine more energy, better health, and more vitality. It's very bioavailable to quickly mend toxin-crippled cells. This is a super powerful antioxidant. Bob Greska is so confident that you'll love his Carbon-60, he wants to send you a bottle at 50% off the regular price to see how life-changing this will be for you. Call 720-600-6040. That's 720-600-6040. Visit c-60.com to learn more. Call 720-600-6040 now or visit c-60.com.